Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to Arabic 101. We are on class 16, and today we shall complete, inshallah, the 8th lesson. Last week we stopped on page 44, and I gave you all homework for the 3rd exercise. I've corrected those homeworks. You guys have seen the corrections and the mistakes, and inshallah we will begin now on the 4th exercise on page 44. In this exercise, we learn how to ask a question, to say, whose is this and whose is that? Alright? We've taken it before, but we're going to take it in a little more depth. It says, اقرأ المثال. What's اقرأ المثال?
Read the sentence.
Read the example. Very good. And then it says, الآتي, which means the following. Read the following example. اقرأ المثال الآتي. Read the following example. And then it says ثم كون أسئلة. كون means make. What does ثم mean? Then. ثم كون, then make أسئلة وأجوبة. Those are opposites. سؤال, جواب. Question and answer. So what's أسئلة?
Question.
Plural of سؤال. Alright? سؤال.
Asila is plural of the misal.
Yeah, just one second. جواب. Singular, singular. ما معنى سؤال? Questions. ما معنى جواب? Answer. Good. أسئلة. The plural. أجوبة. Alright. Can you guys see from there? أسئلة وأجوبة. So then, let's go through this question real quick. Or the example. It says, ثم كون, then make أسئلة وأجوبة. أسئلة وأجوبة مثله. Like it. Alright. Let's look at the example, the مثال. The مثال goes as follows. لمن هذا Are you guys still ready?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
You guys really didn't need to write it because it's in your book. You just have to write above whatever is written there. You have أسئلة written, or were you writing سؤال and جواب?
I was writing both.
Okay. Alright, let me let you guys finish writing that.
I think you'll get how to convert one.
Of course. Yeah. We'll take it. I mean, I put it up there so it's reoccurring. You can get a chair from.
Yeah.
Is there one there? I don't know if there's any more desks, but there's still some chairs.
Yeah.
Alright, pay attention, إخوان. المثال, the example. لمن هذا الكتاب? What did I ask?
Who's that book?
Whose is this book?
Who's this?
Right? The answer, هذا الكتاب لمحمد. This book
Is Muhammad.
is Muhammad. Is for Muhammad. So to make something for him, we add the letter, or the preposition, li, harf jar. If I want to say this is his, right? I say li, then whatever name it might be. Li Muhammadin, right? How about if I put li plus Allah?
Lillallah.
Lillahi.
That's right. We say lillahi. Lillahi. So li is there. Alright? Lillahi means for Allah. Alhamdu, completed? Lillahi. Alhamdu lillahi. That's the li for Allah. So now we have to make questions for the image that is there, just like the example before. I'm sure our good friend Ismail will have no problem making the very first one. Look at number 1, Ismail. We have what's the picture there? What is that? بالعربي.
قلم.
قلم, right?
Yeah.
So now what are you going to say? Whose pen is this? How do you say it?
لمن هذا قلم.
All right, let's slow down with the تعريف and تنكير.
قلم.
لمن هذا
هذا القلم.
القلم. Very good. لمن هذا القلم. Can we say القلم?
No.
You can't do that. Right? And I know we've said this several times. But I need you guys to forget about putting a tanween on the word that has alif and lam. What is a tanween?
Double.
A double haraka. ضمتين, كسرتين, or فتحتين. The word قلم means pen. And it's not specified. When you specify a word in Arabic, you say al-qalamu. You add al to it to specify it, to make it definite. What happens as a result? One of the double harakas is dropped. So you will never say al-qalamun. Alright? طيب. Dylan. No, I'm sorry, the answer now.
Oh, the answer is هذا القلم للعباس.
Okay. So but they just have the name Abbas. So not Al-Abbas. So now add li to Abbas. Not li to Al-Abbas.
لعباس.
I couldn't hear that last haraka.
لعباس.
لعباس. So you know your stuff. Very good. أحسن. He said هذا القلم لعباس. The name Abbas doesn't have alif and lam. And since it doesn't have alif and lam, it can't accept tanween. So he said هذا القلم. This pen. لعباس. بلند. السؤال الثاني.
لمن هذا المفتاح؟
Very good.
لعلي.
No, give me a whole sentence. Just like you did before. This pen,
هذا القلم لعلي.
but not a pen.
هذا المفتاح لعلي.
That's it. Very good. So you said لمن هذا المفتاح? Whose key is this? And you answered هذا المفتاح لعلي. Alright, very good.
Sheikh, one question. So on Miftahun, right? Did we say it's a feminine or something?
مفتاح?
Yeah,
No.
it's feminine, right?
No.
Name.
مفتاح اسمه.
That لعلي or لعلي.
لعلي. The name Ali does not have alif and lam, and it is not from one of those names that are like a foreign name, right? Like Jibreel or Ibrahim, Ismail. Those are the types of names that cannot take tanween. But Ali, Yun can. Abd al-Majid.
What's the difference between لعباسي and لعلي?
لعباسٍ we said. There's no difference. They both accept tanween. اقرأ.
لمن هذه سيارة.
Okay. Make the connection from liman, هذه, and sayyara. Make it
لمن
flow.
هذه السيارة.
Yeah. So you said liman هذه.
سيارة.
Yeah. I want you to connect هذه straight to the scene of sayyara.
هذه السيارة.
Good. لمن هذه السيارة. Excellent. ما الجواب? What's the answer?
هذه سيارة مديري.
Did you say without alif and lam or with alif and lam?
بدون.
You say هذه سيارة
مديري.
المديري. That's good. هذه سيارة المديري. What if I was to say هذه السيارة للمديري? Does that work? Right? Both of them work. You can say this car is the mudir's by saying هذه السيارة للمدير, right? Or you can say هذه السيارة للمدير, or we can say as you said it, هذه سيارة المدير. There's actually three ways you can say it. Alright? Very good. This is the mudir's car, the manager, the principal, right? Now we have a cow. What do we say? Yeah, say it.
Yeah. Liman hazihi.
Catch those dals.
Yeah. Hadihi.
هذه, that's right.
Hadihi bakhratu.
Alright. Is there alif and lam in there?
Yeah.
Let me hear it though. Liman
Liman
هذه.
hazihil bakhratu.
Very good. Jawab. Mal jawab.
Yeah. Hazihil bakhratu. Bakhratul falahi.
هذه.
Hazihi.
I couldn't hear it.
Hazihi bakhratul falahi.
Good. هذه بقرة الفلاح. That is a correct way to say it. Can I also say هذه البقرة للفلاح?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try to do it that way because that's kind of what they're asking us to do. They want us to add the li, right? So let's say هذه البقرة للفلاح. All right? All right. Have a look here, Juan. So normally we have هذه there, right? This is used to as a demonstrative pronoun to point to this or that, depending on male or female. And then we have بقرة normally just from the ba this way. When we add alif and lam, it says البقرة. هذه البقرة. This cow, right? للفلاح is the farmers. As simple as that. So we want our answers and questions to be like this. We want to add alif and lam to the word that comes after هذه, and we want to also add li to whatever it is being attributed to. All right? So what are the two things we're going to add? Alif and lam? Right? And we're going to add li. It's the harf jar.
In the test we can write any one of them.
I'm sorry?
In the test we can write any one of them.
In the test, I want to look for this.
Because book is looking for that.
Because that's what the book's asking, even though the other one is still correct. Because I might tell you, use li in a sentence, and I might give you the words like Abbas, cow,
Right.
and something, so then...
So how do you translate this one?
Same. This cow
Belongs to farm.
This
is
cow
the farmer's.
for the farmer, right?
Yeah, or for the farmer. Either one is fine. Or you can say, this is the farmer's cow.
Even you put li, so you can translate like that too.
Yeah. We did put li.
للفلاح.
Lil fallahi is for the farmer. That's what li is usually used for, is for. But I told you, when we translate into English, it's not always the same. Because we know the way they say things is very classical. Whereas in English, this is the farmer's cow. But we have this cow or the cow
Farmers.
for the farmer. So what it's saying is this, the cow, for the farmer. Because there's no is in the Arabic language. But when we say هذه البقرة, right? This cow, للفلاح. There's no is here, but we're going to say is because Arabic doesn't use it. Is for the farmer. Or we say belongs to the farmer. All right? Number 5. عندك.
لمن هذه الحقيبة؟
Very good. At the top of the page, it's at top page 45. Akmin.
هذه الحقيبة للمدرس.
Good. Whose bag is this? This bag is for the mudarris. Or this is the mudarris's bag. Very good. السؤال السادس. Muhammad. Huh? No, I need Muhammad there. Yeah, you wait. I'm coming to you. And
لمن هذا الكرسي.
alright, very good. What do you guys think of that? لمن هذا الكرسي? Kursi is male or female?
Male.
Male. Very good. Next. What's the jawab?
هذا الكرسي لعمار.
Good. هذا الكرسي لعمار. This is Ammar's chair. Right? Very good. Ahsan.
This chair for the Allah.
Huh? This is
This chair for the Allah.
this chair is for Ammar.
Oh, Allah.
Yeah. That's like the word for word translation. Now Mustafa.
لمن هذه الدجاجة.
Why dujaj? Not dajaja.
لمن هذه الدجاجة.
Very good.
Or you can say
هذه الدجاجة لبنت الفلاح.
Ahsant. Very good. And they try to throw you off by throwing an extra word. Said, whose chicken is this? لمن هذه الدجاجة. Right?
Right.
هذه الدجاجة لبنت الفلاح.
Binti. What is binti?
What's bint?
Huh?
What does bint mean?
farmer's dog.
The farmer's daughter.
I know. Oh, okay.
Normally we say bintun, right? But because li is there, they made it kasra. And because the next word is mudafun ilay, it is also kasra.
So how do you end at the al-fallah?
We put a kasra there.
Al-fallahi too?
Yeah.
Binti al-fallahi?
Yes. Let's write it down so we can see.
Did you say because alif and lam is there and made a kesel?
No, no.
No, because
No,
of the
that
li,
never
right?
happens. Get that out of your head.
I thought I heard that.
No.
Because of the li, right?
Look at normally, if we want to say the farmer's daughter, what do I say?
بنت الفلاح.
Bintu
Bintul
al-fallah.
al-fallahi. Right? This is traditional mudafun and
Mudafun
mudafun
ilayh.
ilay, meaning this is being attributed to this. Bintul fallahi. That's the normal way. Something happened in the sentence where the harf jar, lam, was added. Don't worry about al-fallah right now. If I just said li bin tin, that's what would happen, right? Let me redo this. Okay? This word on its own without fallah, what is it?
Bintun.
Bintun.
Naam.
Bintun on its own. If I add li to say for the daughter,
Bintin.
Bintu.
Bintin.
li bintin, right?
Right.
But what is this word? It is being, it has something that is belonging to it, right? Or it is belonging to something.
Right.
So now it's li bintil fallahi. This doesn't change.
Makes sense.
All right? واضح?
Wadah.
So if it was just not for the daughter, but if it was just like alif and lam, and it was talking about the daughter of the farmer,
It would be like we had it earlier with the dhamma,
al bintul falahi.
without al.
Bintul
Well, no, so what if
fallahi.
it was there?
It's not going to be
It's
there.
never gonna
It
be
means
there.
nothing. Bintul fallahi. Like, what are we trying to say by this sentence? Right? The farmer's daughter.
Oh, I forgot that's mudaf.
That's what it is. So the farmer's daughter. So it's never going to be al bintul fallahi.
Yeah,
All right?
true.
Yeah, sometimes. But most of the time, no. Do good. You don't trip. You stay stable.
So the reason Fallah has kasra is because it's mudaf ilayh.
That's right. And the reason
And that
this
one
has a
is
kasra
jar.
is harf jar. You got it. Okay. واضح?
Yeah, I have a question.
Oh, let's hear it.
What about if you say al binti fallahu, right?
Why?
I mean, exactly this daughter.
It's already she's already identified. You can't
Let's
identify
say
her twice.
he has like 3 daughters, so I wanna point at one of them, exactly this one, the middle one. That is,
Okay, you say
So, how do you say
هذه البنت. That's it. This daughter. There's no need to say this daughter or the farmer's daughter. There's no need to point, like she's in front of you, right? You say هذه البنت, meaning this daughter. That's already pointing out of all of them. But if there's a bunch of girls and one of them is the farmer's daughter, you say هذه بنت الفلاح, meaning this is the farmer's daughter. Yeah, no, it's not going to change. You're never going to put on mudaf and mudafun ilayh and alif here. Just forget about it.
That's what it is.
That's what, yeah, he has really wanted there.
That's what was messing with me.
Yeah. Mudafun ilayh, when you have it down, it makes a lot of things easy. It really does. السؤال محمد امتياز. Yeah. السؤال ماذا؟ الثامن؟ طيب.
لمن هذه الساعة؟
طيب.
لمن هذه الساعة؟
And make sure you say the. لمن هذه
لمن
the.
هذه؟
Yeah.
لمن هذه الساعة؟
ساعة نعم.
لمن هذه الساعة؟ لابن المدير.
It's throwing you off either with the dal or the sin, huh? لمن هذه his. No, do like this. هذه his.
هذه الساعة.
His. Sin.
لمن هذه
No, you're making it into a tha.
الساعة؟
It's really, it's all right though. You're here to practice. Get it wrong and keep practicing.
لمن هذه الساعة؟
It's still kind of there. But okay. لمن هذه الساعة. طيب. هات الجواب.
لمن هذه الساعة؟ لابن المدير.
No, now you want to say it is for.
لابن المدير.
But how do you say it? For sa.
هذه
We already did the su'al. We said
Yeah.
لمن هذه الساعة. That's on the right side, right? Whose watch is this?
Mhm.
Now I want you to answer by saying it is the mudir's watch or the son of the mudir's watch.
لمن هذه الساعة؟
Okay?
لابن المدير.
I want you to repeat it is though.
It is.
I want to see if you know what word to use.
هذه.
Huh?
هذه.
هذه will work. Let's do this. لمن هذه الساعة. Seen? All right.
He's getting angry.
No. I know we're spending a lot of time on this, so I want to make sure we finish.
That's why you try to write like a Chinese.
Listen, then I want you to say, you said هذه, right? Referring to the sa'a, which would be correct.
Yeah.
لابن
لابن المدير.
right? المديري. So this is saying, this is for the mudir's son, right? That watch. I want you to say not this, but it. How do you say it?
هذه هذه الساعة.
We already said have. This is done. This is the question.
لمن هذه؟
Here.
Here. هي لابن المديري. And if this was a male object, we would have said huwa. Right? Alright, that's what I was trying to get to.
You could have also just said the whole thing, right? Like said like هذه الساعة لابن المدير.
Yeah.
That's what you said the first time, but we're trying to make fuller sentences with more vocabulary words.
More
Yeah.
complicated. We're trying to more
Yeah,
complicated.
see? You get it.
Mission completed, man.
I mean,
We're all confused now.
Otherwise, you could just
We're like,
read the
what
book.
is Sheikh Mohammed from us?
There's no reason to come here. Just read the book.
But
I need to make it complicated.
Like if the question is in the question, if it asks about the watch, then only we can say that referred as it, right?
Yes. So if it was mentioned before, then you can say it in your answer, right? And that's usually what happens when they ask a question. Is they'll ask a question, then you can refer to it as huwa or hiya. All right. السؤال التاسع. هنا the three in the front. There's only 2 questions left. It's okay. I'll make one up for you.
لمن هذا البيت؟
أحسنت.
هذا
هذا البيت للطبيب.
Very good. هذا البيت للطبيب. Very good. Whose is this house? This house, هذا البيت, is for the doctor, the طبيب. أحسن. السؤال العاشر. اقرأ.
لمن هذه الملعقة؟
Good. Whose is this
spoon.
ملعقة, spoon?
هذه الملعقة
نعم.
ملعقة للطالب. طالبي.
للطالب. Very good. You caught yourself right at the last second.
Yeah.
هذه الملعقة للطالب. هذه الملعقة. This spoon للطالب is for the student. واضح?
Yeah, للطالب, is that correct?
If we got rid of هذا, I'm sorry, هذه, then you would just say هي للطالب. Or, yeah, you would say هي للطالب. تأمل الأمثلة. You see at the bottom of page 45? This is showing you what happens when حرف الجر comes in front of something. So at the top, or the first example, on example 5, right? It says البيت في البيت. It's kind of like a refresher. حرف الجر, when it comes in front of something, this preposition, it will affect the word by making it majroor, meaning it will end with a kasrah. من البيت إلى البيت. Some words that end with this ألف مقصورة. ما معنى المستشفى؟
I don't know.
المستشفى. What does مستشفى mean? The hospital.
Oh.
Alright? And here it is في اللغة الصينية.
Seen?
Is it مستشفى or مستشفى?
How many scenes over there?
Here it is written in the Chinese language. مستشفى. One scene here, one scene there. طيب المستشفى. Whenever there's a حرف جر, if you say في المستشفى, إلى المستشفى, right? من المستشفى. Any حرف جر you put in front of it,
You want change?
it's stuck because this alif, this basically ends like this.
When there's alif there, it's not. It doesn't change.
This just resembles this exactly. And it's always a sukoon. So, in its place in the sentence, you would say it is majroor, but the symbol is not able to be shown because of the letter that is there. Right? But you would still say it's majroor, even though it's not being able to show. So, المستشفى, في المستشفى, من المستشفى, إلى المستشفى. It doesn't change. And the same thing with words that end with that alif, like America, like Almania, and even Inglaterra, England. Alright? طيب. Since أخونا مظفر didn't get a chance to read, go ahead and read 2 sentences for us. On the next page, page 46, اقرأ واكتب. Page 46.
هذا الطبيب
هذا
الطبيب.
That's right.
طبيب.
Whoa. Pick one, brother.
هذا الطبيب.
That's right. هذا الطبيب.
هذا الطبيب. إنكلترا.
There's a word before it.
من إنكلترا.
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 Very good. What's the meaning of that sentence?
The student is from England.
Close. This doctor.
Ah,
This doctor, طبيب, not طالب. Read one more sentence.
ذهب ذهب حامد
Mm-hmm.
إلى فرنسا فرنسا.
Good.
Francis?
ذهب حامد إلى فرنسا.
You went to France?
He went to France. Eiffel Tower, wine and cheese, and ظل. ذهب حامد إلى فرنسا. Hamid went to France. All right. Do you notice that we said Hamidun? Right.
By itself.
He's the one doing the action, right? So if you have a verb, then there's the one doing that action. It is in the marfu' state. So if I say kharaja, what's kharaja?
Leave, left.
Exited, right? Would I say kharaja Muhammadun or kharaja Muhammadin? Muhammadun, because Muhammad is the one doing the action. And the one doing the action, his haraka at the end is dhammatain in the marfu' state. Right? Alright.
What about female names?
Same thing, it would end with still the dhamma.
Just one.
Just one, but it would still be marfu'. So I would say, that's a trick question because kharaja changes a little bit. It signifies a woman, you say kharajat. Don't worry, we'll take it.
It's the woman's
I
name.
thought we were going to get through a whole class without that. Without any extra lessons. طيب, number 3. I'm going to go ahead and read so you guys can see the pronunciation as well and get used to hearing it. السؤال الثالث. محمود مريض. هو الآن في المستشفى. ما معنى محمود مريض؟ مصطفى.
Mahmoud is sick.
Good. محمود is sick. هو الآن في المستشفى. محمد امتياز.
He went to hospital.
There's nothing in there about went.
Yeah, sorry. هو الآن.
هو الآن. He is now.
He. Ana.
What's الآن?
Now.
Now. He is now في المستشفى.
In hospital.
He is now in the hospital. محمود مريض. محمود is sick. هو الآن في المستشفى. He is now in the hospital. Yeah. أحسنتم. السؤال الرابع. What?
Why is it الآن?
It's like أمامة and خلفة. It's a ظرف, right? It's a ظرف زمان, right? A ظرف that describes time of day. Just like we took ظرف مكان to describe a place, like forward or behind. I'm sorry, in front or behind. It ends أمامة, خلفة, الآن, right? So that's why it has that. Yeah, it's a ظرف.
Those can't be muzaf and muzaf and right? Zarf.
Whatever comes after it is majroor. Yeah? Number 4, السؤال الرابع, right? ذهب عبد الله من ألمانيا إلى إنكلترا. Alright? ذهب عبد الله. عبد الله went from Almania
To England.
إلى إنكلترا.
To England.
في England. السؤال الخامس. هذا الكتاب لعيسى. This book is Isa's. وذلك الكتاب لموسى.
And that book is
And that book is for Musa. السؤال السادس. هذا المهندس من أمريكا. This engineer is from America. Alright. التمرين السادس. The 6th exercise. السبورة. ما هي السبورة؟ أحسنت. هذه سبورة.
The
This,
board.
أيوة. This whiteboard is called سبورة. Alright. هذه السبورة أمام الطالب. You see that word أمام? In front. It doesn't say imama or imamun. Imamun, we said, is the one who leads the salah or is a leader. But amama means in front, right? أمام الطالب. And whatever comes after a ظرف is what?
مجرور.
It's majroor, that's the term I'm looking for. Which means that it's going to end with E, kasra, most of the time. وهي خلف المدرس. Alright, so if I'm standing here, أنا واقف هنا. What does that mean?
I'm staying here.
I'm standing here. ماذا خلفي?
Behind. السبورة.
A whole sentence.
حلفة.
That's correct. I'm saying ماذا خلفي. What is?
Behind me.
Behind me. ماذا خلفي.
السبورة خلف المدرس.
Yeah. السبورة خلف المدرس. Very good. أين number 2. السؤال الثاني. أين سيارة المدرس? Where is the teacher's car? هي أمام المدرسة.
In front of the madrasa.
In front of the madrasa. Very good. You guys are catching on to this very, very well. Alhamdulillah. All right. أين بيت الإمام?
Where's the house of the Imam?
بيت الإمام خلف المسجد. That's good. The question says, where is the Imam's house? And the answer was, the Imam's house is behind the masjid. السؤال الرابع. أين جلس حامد?
Where's Hamid sitting?
Yeah, where did Hamid sit? All right? Because it's jalasa is fi'lun madin. It's past. Madi is past. Right? And then they answered jalasa khalfa mahmudin.
Behind Mahmoud?
He sat behind Mahmud. Right? And if we're going to use examples from us in the class, right, I say Aina jalasa Sayyidun Abdul Majid. How would you answer that? This is Sayyid. Look he's behind Abdullah.
Jalasa khalfa Abdullah.
Jalasa khalfa. Remember what khalfa does?
Abdullahi.
Oh, this is getting everyone.
2 E's, right? Abdullahi is already E. Is that what you're saying?
But Abdu is not.
Huh?
Abdu is not.
Oh man.
Look
you
at
say Abdullahi?
There you go. Khalfa. I'm sorry, sukun. Khalfa. Normally, it's Abdullahi. Normally. But remember we said anything that comes after a dharf. Normally we said what? Abdu. But this has been affected by Abdullahi.
Wow, I thought Abdullah. Isn't that Abdullah is supposed to be one name?
One word, yeah.
One word?
No, this is a name that's mudaf ilayh. It's not one word. This is abd means slave.
I know.
That's 2 words.
Man.
So you know that, and you still want it to be one word.
So that's special case only with Abdullah. Name with Abdullah.
I'm sorry.
There's a special case.
Yeah,
it's
these are special cases with compound names.
Abdul Majid.
So I could switch this. It's still going to be the same. Abdur Rahman. It's not going to change. This is what's being affected, right? And what affected the second name? Hold on. What affected the second name was it was mudafun ilayh, right? This was mudaf to this one, mudafun ila this one.
Why does Abdul Rahman have a sukun at the end?
It's not.
It's Abdul Rahmani.
Abdul Rahman.
Oh, okay.
But we stopped in the sentence, but
Okay.
Abdul Rahman. طيب, very good. So that was a kind of a hard question. Don't feel bad, Dr. Majid. طيب, last question. السؤال الخامس نديم. ذهب عمار إلى المسجد. What does that mean?
Ammar went to the masjid.
Very good. وجلس أمام المحراب.
And sat behind.
أمام.
In front, sorry. And sat in front of.
Mihrab. Mihrab is unique to, in front of the masjid, they have that indent where the imam usually prays. They call that the mihrab. You guys know what I'm talking about? They have it in the front of masajid. There's like an area where the imam prays.
Yeah.
Right? That's called mihrab.
Which is we don't have it here.
Yeah.
The Rasul didn't have it in his masjid either.
Really?
It wasn't there. You know why they added it was to just make use this as an extra row. They only need one little spot for him to go in, and they can use that whole row. So it wasn't in his masjid, you know. And there's a little bit of a difference of opinion between is it permissible to have or not permissible to have.
But right now
Is
it's
it
there,
permissible?
It's not, I think it's not that big of an issue. If it becomes that you want to do it to make like
To have
because
more
of
space?
limited space, like for us, it's definitely for limited space. We lose a row
Yeah.
because there's no space for the imam to pray, and we can't afford it.
We
so
don't lose a row.
we don't lose it, but do you ever see how the
Imam
imam
just
prays?
sings.
The
Imam
imam,
sings.
I've made sujood like this before.
The great example,
You okay,
in front of
but
Kaaba, you don't have that mihrab, right?
They don't have the mihrab either. Yeah, but I mean that one is a unique masjid because he can pray on any side. He just has to be in the front. Like he can pray one day this way, and the next day he can pray on the opposite side. I mean, they have a spot for him where he prays, but
What is it?
in the Kaaba, where he prays in Mecca.
There is a special like a room for the.
Yeah, but that's just so that they can make sure nobody tries to attack him or anything like that. All right. الكلمات الجديدة. ما معنى المستشفى؟
Hospital.
ألمانيا.
Germany.
إنجلترا. سويسرا. السكين.
Knife.
Knife.
Hold on, which one?
السكين.
Yeah.
نعم. فرنسا.
France.
أمام.
In
front.
خلف.
Behind.
سلام الله عليكم.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.